So, in today's topic, I want to talk about the virtue of being selfish. And I mentioned before, if I ever reference somebody, I'm going to give you that information so you can go research it yourself. Now, this isn't where I got the concept from. It's just somebody who's introduced to me after I came up with the idea of being selfish, and that it wasn't such a bad thing because it's constantly painted as a horrible, evil thing. So, an author I'd like to reference is Ayn Rand, Ayn Rand. She was a fascinating person. My partner introduced me to her about a year ago in a novel called Atlas Shrugged. She wrote from the 30s to the 60s, and I'll tell you what, she was brilliant in mind and scope and where she was coming from. So a lot of what I'm about to say is synonymous with what she was saying. And like the world works, not that I'm stealing her content, I want you to go check her out if you're going to look at somebody who's thought it through in these ideas, these concepts. Go check her out. Absolutely. What I'm coming from is that it's nice to know that somebody else connects with you out there. And not only that, they built a whole school and a whole mentality around her. You can look up Ayn Rand. She's fantastic. Let me talk about my concepts that, again, echo her concepts. So this idea of being selfish, being a negative thing, is completely erroneous. Now, like in anything in the world, anything in excess is a negative, for sure. Anything in excess. Everything in moderation is wonderful. Wonderful. Like selfishness, okay? Let's be clear. Like this morning, I got up and I had an amazing gaming session. I played video games for myself, by myself, and I enjoyed myself. In moderation. As soon as my partner and the baby woke up, I was on them. I took care of them. I helped them out. I was excited to do that. I wasn't just doing it. I was motivated. I was driven. I was passionate because I got to invest in myself. I got to be selfish. Now, let's be clear. Anything you do in your life should have a benefit for you. I really dislike the concept that, oh, I do it for the good of being good. Shut up. No, you don't. There's a benefit in there, and there should be benefits for you of what you do, okay? There should be a benefit. So I take care of my spouse and I take care of my kids because it benefits me. It makes me happy. There's a benefit for me, okay? Even people who do shit for the sake of doing good, you don't. You do it because you want to get to some magical place in the clouds. You do it because you want to be appreciated. You want to be revered. Because if you did shit for just the sake of being good, you'd do it whether or not the person appreciated it. And you'd walk away and you'd tell no one ever. Yet it comes out. Because you want to be appreciated. And that's okay. That's my point. It's okay. Here's the thing. You are the most important person in the world. Period. Because your world exists in your mind and it's the entirety of it. So if I remove you from the world, none of this matters. None of this prattling, none of the thing I'm saying, none of it matters. So let me say it simply like this. If you take care of you here, you'll be good here when you interact with people. Okay? If you put yourself last, if you live for your kids, if you live for your job, if you live for your partner, your spouse, you're fucking exhausted. You got nothing left to give anyone. To recharge yourself, recharge your battery. And by the way, this concept goes across in a lot of leadership courses and classes and other schools of thought. It's not new, okay? If you sharpen your saw, your skills, your mind, your well-being, you're going to be in a better place when you interact with people. I've got to go home and recharge. I've got to unplug. My nice wears out. My nice gives up. I only have so much to give. I've got to do for myself. And myself comes first. Okay? My partner comes second. My kids come third. Okay? If I'm in a good place here, then I'm in a good place when I interact with her. And when we're in a good place, we're in a great place when we interact with our kids. So, it's that mentality. It's this irritating mentality where we guilt trip people to not be selfish. When we tell people, hey, don't be selfish, it's because we want something from them. We want something from them. When we guilt trip people like, you should learn to share. Why? You don't fucking share. I don't fucking share. Okay? Unless there's a benefit for me. There's a benefit. For example, we teach children this idiotic concept of sharing, and I took this concept from a really good friend of mine. Yeah, sharing is stupid. You don't share. This environment, this mentality of sharing is stupid. You don't share your car. You don't share your cell phone, your computer. You don't share your belongings. Not with the world, with the public. No, I donate money. You donate excess money you don't need anymore for a benefit. It makes you feel good or gives you brownie points for some religious background, some religious bump up in heaven. Okay? So, it's odd to me that as adults, we don't share, yet we try to teach the concept of sharing. It's like when that bullshit the school tries to get me to do. Hey, buy stuff for your kid. Just know it's going to be a communal area. It's got to go for your kid and other kids. No, bullshit. This is my kids. I'm writing their fucking name on it, and it's just for them. Now, if you want to ask me, would I be willing to buy something for more kids who are in the class who are less fortunate, or let's be clear, their parents are drinking too much and don't want to cut a little back to buy their own school supplies, then ask me that. And I will consciously choose to buy them something. Not out of the goodness of who I am, because it makes me feel good. I get a good feeling for doing good to others. I do. Doesn't mean you do. Doesn't mean you do. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Just know that there's a lot of virtue in being selfish and looking after one's interests, okay? It's not an evil or horrible thing. Take care of yourself, okay? It's the same basic concept as I'm on an airplane, we have some turbulence, there might be an emergency, air mask fall down. What is the first air mask you're supposed to put on? It's nobody else's. You're not good to anyone if you pass out. You take care of you first. Okay? So, look forward in your day. I appreciate you watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. And please feel free to throw me more concepts. By the way, anytime I come up with a video, it's because somebody has let me know, hey, here's a topic. I'd like you to talk about it. So, appreciate you watching. This is Paul Atredies. Take care.